5, boys. Dun, 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 dun. It's another day in Greg's camper.
I chose a terrible time to eat a bagel bite.
It was a good time.
It's always a good time for bagel bites.
Mm-hmm.
They're just so good. And I
good.
washed it down in this ice cold Topo Chico.
Wonderful stuff.
I've never had Topo Chico.
Oh, you're missing out. I would give you one, but it's my last one, so no.
Is it like LaCroix? Like
Yeah,
sparkling water?
Actually, you'd really like it.
I'd be into it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the one that has chunks in it, right? Or is that just the aloe water?
Nah, yeah, you're talking about the aloe stuff. This is just mineral water. It's carbonated.
Nice.
Delicious.
Mm.
Best when cold.
Best served cold, like revenge, right?
Speaking of mineral water, Joey had some exciting news this week.
Yeah, did you know I passed a kidney stone?
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you.
Stone?
It was a good time. I remember like laying in bed at night, feeling something in my side, being like, oh, wow. I wonder if I should ask Jackson to take me to a doctor. And then I promptly didn't do that for a few days. And then one morning I just had to do it. And it was a good time. I recommend everyone definitely going to see a doctor because the way drugs work
not
these
where I thought
days,
you were
you don't need to deal with the pain. They'll just give you some drugs and you just sit in your bathtub and have a good time, basically.
Are you
Yeah,
on
you sounded
drugs?
like you were
right
having
now?
a good time.
No, I'm not on drugs. I'm just chilling, living the dream. Do I sound like I'm on the drugs?
No, but this is the second time I've heard you promote said drugs, so I was just...
I'm stoked
Curious.
on it. I was stoked. I remember feeling like, ow, this hurts, and then feeling, oh, this doesn't hurt. And I gotta thank drugs. Just generic umbrella term, drugs. All of them.
I have a fond appreciation for Advil for that reason.
I love that.
Also a drug.
I feel close to you once you said that, honestly.
You're right next to
There's
me.
a kinship there.
Okay. So I'm glad you're doing well.
Yeah, it feels good. I'm happy about it.
So you think it's out?
I think so. I think it diluted itself because like I've been monitoring my urine a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I've also been peeing so much that like there's only so many times you could like pee and then like peer into the toilet and be like, what am I even looking for? Because it's supposed to be tiny.
Joey drinks a ridiculous amount of water, Greg. He drinks it by like the bucket.
Yeah, I drink a shit ton of water. I love it.
Post-stone or... Pre-stone.
Always.
Dude, post leaving my mom's womb, dude. Like water boy.
That's crazy. I've yet to have a kidney stone, and I hardly drink water.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I'm really trying. I got my little bottle up there, and I've filled up 4 times, and that's supposed to be the accurate amount, but
As
I don't
long as you
always
don't
get to that.
As long as you don't start eating sand, because if you start eating sand and you're not drinking water, dude, you're about to piss
You're in
rocks,
for
brother.
it.
Yeah, you're gonna be called Sahara.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
dude. Well, hey, I have a surprise for you, Joey.
Okay.
Greg, you got your phone on you?
I do.
So I texted Greg a video. So I've been working on a project.
Oh, so this is gonna be the unveiling of your project? Oh, Jesus, dude.
I've been working on a project that I want to show you.
Wow, I can't believe you saved it till now. All right.
So I
let's see
think
it.
because I think that the way that you live your life is extremely interesting,
Wow,
and in a way, it's liberating to watch.
that's confusing.
And I want to share that with the people.
Let's do it. I'm an open book. I'm an open scrum.
So
Yeah, you just show it to them.
Yeah, have a look.
Jesus, dude. Yo, you know how not cool that is? That you're filming through the crack? I could have been jerking off.
I can't explain this, but it's for a project I'm working on.
Saliva's gonna be disintegrating. Oh, that wouldn't bother you? That's not hot dog juice.
This is what the fuck you've been doing?
That's what I've been
Just
doing.
videos of
Well,
me
it's what
eating
you've
meat?
been doing.
That's so crazy.
It's just candid.
Candid, I'm there with you. I'm seeing you do this.
Yeah.
You've been doing this for years?
Not for years, but for 6 months, maybe.
How long you been eating sausage?
I don't know. Sausage is an easy thing. You throw it in the oven and you eat it.
Yeah.
Bagel
good.
buns.
Yeah, they're just like bagel bites. They're the same.
So that's a fun thing.
I should have. Damn it.
I'll
I
get that
forgot
later.
about that video, but I actually have like little sausage ones made by Bagel Bites. Like little pigs in a blanket or whatever.
Pigs in a blanket.
You'd have loved them.
I do love pigs in a blanket. They're wonderful.
Next week,
Yeah.
I'll bust those
Maybe
out.
we can get
Get some high
So
class
for-
shit.
for anybody that's just listening. Me and Nick,
Nick and
Nick and I, and mainly me. I don't want to drag Nick into it too much. Have been Joey is super into sausage.
I'm
the
not
food.
really super into sausage.
He's pretty into it.
Jackson eats no sausage, so anytime I eat sausage, it's an event.
Yeah. So, we've been secretly filming every time he eats it, and then we mashed it up into a fun little montage.
It's great. I'm really proud of this. I'm really proud my legacy is going to be me eating that.
Yeah.
So tubes.
Yep.
Thank you.
No problem. And I do that for you.
I'll tell my parents about it, and they'll be really stoked too.
Yeah. They'll
They're
be
gonna see
amped.
it for themselves. We'll just send them the link to this.
Please do. They need it. They always ask if I'm eating, so it'll be good to know that it'll be good to know that they know I'm
They have
eating
video
sausage.
proof.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for
Wow.
that. Wow,
No problem.
you're a good friend. I got to do something similar.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, man.
What have you guys been doing since I've seen you last?
Been laying in my bed.
Obviously, you've been eating sausage and passing kidney stones.
Yeah, those are my main things. Like I open up my Google Calendar and it says kidney stone and sausage, like back and forth, back and forth. It's crazy.
Yeah, you got 3 p.m. sausage,
Yeah.
4 p.m. kidney stuff.
Yeah, I get reminders that just say sausage time. But no, sometimes it's like a countdown. It'll be like T-10 till sausage time, and I'm like,
Yeah.
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 And then sometimes it'll be like kidney stone time, and I'm like, fuck. Good
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, what goes up, what must come down,
That's right. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. I haven't really been doing too much.
I think you've been surfing a bit more, right? I think I've been hearing you wake
surfing.
up,
Yeah.
What's the surf like in Florida? Like,
Well,
what
it's
would you-
summer,
what-
so it's been pretty flat.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but you take what you can get.
So it's just a bunch of surfers dreaming of bigger waves.
Everyone just basically just sitting in a big lake is really what it's been.
Do they be like, oh, it'd be great if we got some waves?
Yeah,
They'd
pretty
be like,
much.
yeah,
It's like a step up from that.
that's great.
Yeah.
Do you see the same people when you go sometimes? You'd be like, oh,
There's a lot of people that go, so
yeah.
outside of like a couple, nah, it's a pretty much a grab bag.
That's
I can
pretty
never
cool.
tell who's who when you're out there anyway.
Yeah.
Is that Spot Jackson?
Yeah.
I go by the figures. Sometimes I can tell Marshall, like when you guys were surfing in California, his wetsuit silhouette was pretty distinct.
Yeah.
But
He's a puzzle piece.
We could all spot Marshall from a mile away, basically.
I miss that guy.
Dude, I remember whenever we had to go to a gig and you were surfing. Remember in Texas?
Yeah.
Dude, and we were all like yelling at you, trying to get you and be like, come in, we gotta go.
Oh,
Yeah, I lost track of
Remember
time.
that? And you were just
Yeah.
in there forever. And you were far as fuck out too. Like
I
it
take
was just like,
full responsibilty for that.
dude,
I totally lost
you,
track of time.
you were just thinking about sports or whatever you think about.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
Sport. Think about
it was
tennis.
a weird beach that we were on.
It's Corpus Christi.
Yeah.
But it was there were like wasn't sand, but there was, but it was like the muddy sand, like when you're down by the water.
Mhm.
Yeah, like how it gets wet when it hits the ocean. Like
Now
that
you're
thing.
getting it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like it was like that the whole. Usually, you have like the pile of dry sand.
Uh-huh.
Oh, none of that though.
Yeah, it was it was one of those wet beaches.
Yeah, it's near the water, I hear, where that
Yeah.
happens,
Yeah.
where that transformation takes place.
Fuck off, guys. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, we had a good time.
Sorry.
That beach is cool, but it kind of feels like when you walk around, like you're gonna step on broken glass,
That's
Or a
good.
starfish or some shit. Stingray.
But dude, Corpus is dope though.
I have a good time every time we go.
That was
Yeah.
the first place that we found the Lime scooters.
Oh,
And we were
yeah.
hauling ass.
Oh, those are good times.
God, they're so fun, man.
Dude, they really pick up speed too. Oh, that's so much fun.
I can't believe that they just let you do that.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever rode one, Joe?
Yeah, I remember I had a date in Texas once, and she was like, "We're going to Lime Scooter it up," and it was terrific. It was a good time.
Nice.
Good intro. She paid for it. It's good.
Nice.
Worked for me, dude. You kidding me?
Cool.
I just played the whole "Oh, I'm broke," and it's like all taken care
Dude,
of.
if you're
honey.
too broke to ride a actually that's why I didn't ride it. But I was on tour.
There we go, dude. Full circle,
I guess you were too then, weren't you?
dude. I played the card and played
All
the
right.
game.
I retract my previous statement.
It was
I
a good
remember
time.
that you were in. We were in Dallas.
Yeah, that's
Because
right.
we usually play Gas Monkey, but that time we were at
Scooters.
Scoots in Austin, I think.
Close.
It was White Oak Tavern.
I had a great time there. I jammed with I remember I jumped up on the Pepper sound check and we did like a blues jam with Brett. That was awesome. I had a fucking nasty bass fill. That's always good. When you go,
Just like that.
yeah, you know my techniques. I do the same shit.
Dude, I've been hearing you in your room, like, just ripping it the past
Yeah,
couple
I'm
days.
getting like it's weird. Like sometimes I fall out of like playing bass. Like I'll start playing. I'm just like I'm forcing it. Like I'm just jamming, forcing it. But this time, like I go through like a spur of like trying to learn a bunch of songs and just like hammer them all out and memorize them well. And like it's been fun. It's been super fun. Plus, I'm like digging the tone and like when you have a good
tone's
tone out
cool.
of there, it's like okay, I'm happy with this. It's encouraging.
Yeah.
What do you play through at home?
I use one of the Fender Fighters and I have a pretty cool like flat wound bass tone right now. The Fender Fighter's doing great. Like, dude, I was trying to fix my damn Fender Bassman amp, but like the speaker was all fucked up, so I replaced the speaker, and the horn was all fucked up. And then when I wanted to do some more tests on it, the power supply stopped working. Like, there's just one turn on. So I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it.
Wasn't that thing through a flood?
Yeah, it survived a flood.
That'll do it.
It's like 20 years old.
Yeah, it survived the flood.
Yeah, it survived me learning how to play bass too, which is like
Yeah.
a very dangerous thing for any instrument to go through,
Yeah.
honestly. Like, so many awful jams of like, you just turn up the gain, then you turn up the volume, then you turn up the bass, and that's how you get the bass. You turn up the treble. Just like fucked it up. It was,
All these
It's
knobs
good
go
times.
to 10, so you might as well.
Yep.
that's right. It's like his car, it goes up to 200. It's like, you have to hit 200 at some point. Like, what's the point of looking at all those numbers and being like, no. I think it's cool.
Do you want one of these bagel bites?
Oh, dude, no. If I do that, I'll be walking out of here with a
you're like,
trail of
'cause
shit
you want me to lick.
behind
I
me.
could lick all the cheese off first.
You know what, man? Let's save that.
It's pretty
for
good that
never
way.
ever. But I appreciate that.
I would do that for you.
Oh, that's good.
You're like his baby bird.
Wow, dude, this is good visuals.
How much? How much money would it take for you to eat it like that?
Yeah, if you got $80, I'll do that for $80.
$80?
Okay, man.
Seriously?
Yeah, what do you mean? Like 20 seconds of
You want to throw down on it, Jay?
20 seconds of discomfort for a bunch of bags of groceries? Kidding me? Every time I eat, I'll send a picture of what I'm eating. Be like, sponsored by Greg. Yeah, I think that's manageable enough to get paid.
I don't know. That seems like
I don't know, dude. I'm eating it now after I lick the cheese off, and the texture is just like
Yeah.
I would throw up.
Yeah, it's not the enjoyment part. Like, I'm not thinking about if I'm going to enjoy it. I'm not really considering that, to be honest.
Craig, can you lick my bagel bites?
Have you been playing guitar lately, Greg? You've been jamming a lot more since quarantine, would you say?
Since quarantine, yeah, I'd say so.
That's cool.
I went through some shit and wrote about it.
That's good.
And I used the guitar for that. And yeah, that's
Dude,
that.
I can't wait to write, dude.
I'm stoked to get back into all. I mean, I know you've been going at it.
Yeah, I've been writing a lot.
Jackson's on
there's-
fire.
There's nothing really to do, you know?
You don't have to defend yourself.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it's been I've
Just
had
fucking
way more
relax,
time.
Jackson. Jesus. Like,
We've had way more time to like do stuff like that, you know?
it's true.
So that's been awesome.
Dude, I think
I'm gonna
you're
lick
on
the cheese
fire,
off of
dude.
these every
I can
time.
imagine, yeah. Like, I'm always hearing you, like, write shit down and, like, singing, singing to me, things like
Yeah.
that.
I sing to you in the morning.
Yeah, dude, sometimes
sing to you at night.
sometimes when you're singing to me, I pretend I'm sleeping just because I want to hear what you're going to say.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One time you bit my ear. It was kind of fucked up, but you got away with it.
You let me slide.
How long have you guys lived together now?
A while,
Some
dude.
some things don't need to be answered.
Let's think
uh,
about it though.
I moved in after I moved out of the Lilac Trace Lane house, and I believe which tour? Because every time I move, the day I move out, the next day I have to go on tour, and that's happened 3 or 4 times
That's
now.
so crazy that like
Yeah,
it's lined up like that so many times.
every single time. It's annoying. And then I had to share that with you and Nick one time,
Yeah.
which was
Oh,
awesome.
that sucked. I remember that.
Yeah, like you move out, and then it's like when I come back, like, because I've done that where, like, I come back from tour and, like, nothing's set up in my room. And, of course, like, when you come back for tour, the first thing you want to do is sit in your room and be like, there's no wheels on this. I don't hear the engine.
Right.
And it's just like, it feels good just to lay there and be like, oh,
And instead you got to unpack boxes and
yeah.
move beds and stuff.
I have to hang, like, blankets up on my walls.
Yeah. Dude, have you seen Joey's room?
I
Greg?
have.
He's got his blankets hung up on his walls like skins.
So you've
Yeah.
you've now done that. So I saw that in your last house, but
Yeah, I've maintained that.
you brought that with you, huh?
Yeah, it's good. Like, my mom makes a bunch of blankets, so it's like I get to see these.
What if you get cold? Do you just pull one off the wall?
No, I have a comforter for that. The spider blanket, as it's dubbed on tour.
Oh, can you tell everybody about the spider blanket?
Oh, so I bring like it's tough for me to sleep on tour.
The green one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the
Hate that
comforter is I hear a lot of shit about it. Don't know why, but I hear a lot, and but it's like a big thing, and it's like super comfy, and it's like the perfect thing for on tour. Like you got to value sleep on tour, and but like for the longest time, I'd like wake up with little bites on my arms and legs, and I'm like, I think it's spiders inside my blanket. That when it's nighttime, they come out and feast on me. And then when it's dark, when I wake up, they like all hide and retreat inside, and they're sleeping. It's like it's dormant. But like I need the blanket to sleep, so I'm just like, I'll keep the spiders around.
Yeah. It always, the first time he like said something like that, he's like, guys, I think there's spider eggs in this comforter. We're like, whoa.
I just every time I encounter that thing, it's usually like about a week and a half in. I start smelling for some reason what I presume to be cat litter, like not like not like dirty cat litter, but like just the smell of cat litter when it comes stock.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
And then it slowly starts to take over the van, and amongst other smells. I mean, there's plenty of smells in there, but that one is the most distinct.
Yeah, it's definitely it's signature scent, like a perfume almost.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's it's got its own aroma.
Yeah, it's great.
I guess
Personality.
We all do.
Yeah, 'tis the way.
I got no room to talk. There's a lot of shit in my bunk.
Sometimes you keep it pretty clean a lot of the time.
I feel like you're being very sarcastic.
No, I'm
right now.
being a good friend and being nice.
What do you think you have back there right now, Greg?
If I had to guess, there's probably that thing that I got that for when I was sick, the like mask thing. That,
Oh yeah.
There's probably a bunch of quarters in the where the seatbelt buckle goes.
Yeah.
I believe that.
I'm almost positive my bottle of melatonin's in there. There's definitely like at least 3 dirty socks. I don't really know. I mean, but like on tour, it could be anything.
You
and
usually got
everything.
like super soakers back there, a carton of eggs, some hay. You've got all sorts of shit back there.
Bag
usually.
of kale.
Yeah.
No, I did have a bag of sunflower seeds and a bag of pumpkin seeds that kept disappearing and reappearing.
Yeah.
And there's like that. I bought like a little holder thing to like maybe keep some stuff organized.
I like that thing. That looked awesome.
It looked great for the first day, but then like whatever I put in it just got buried by something, a blanket or jacket. Oh, I usually have a lot of jackets.
Yeah.
That's true.
It gets cold.
I remember you came on tour with 2 new jackets one time.
Yeah, I have no idea where they are.
Dude,
I hope
they
they're
might
back
be.
there.
They might be back there.
That would make sense, but I really don't. They were expensive too, so I hope.
Dude, it's a mystery.
Did you guys do something with my jackets?
Yeah, we usually try to take as much of your things as possible.
I mean, if I was you guys, I would like secretly take out one item every time I left the van.
You probably wouldn't notice. You got like a
I wouldn't.
treasure
wouldn't know.
trove back there.
And then eventually just be like, I'll be like, who cleaned the van? They're like, nah, just your bunk.
We just donated all
It's
your
the
stuff.
van fairy comes every night, and cleans up all the stains on the rugs.
I think if we had another crew member, like our only crew member is Joe, but
As well as the whole band.
yeah, but if we like hired another one, then that'd be a good job.
Dude, we should not assign.
Clean the van
We should
every
not
night.
assign someone's sole job to clean the van. That should be a shared responsibility
Yeah,
thing.
poor soul.
You can't like
That'd be
that'd
tough.
that'd be hardcore.
Hey man, you gotta climb the ladders.
Climb the ladder. We all had to clean the van. My dad cleaned the van, and so did his dad. Oh, Raw Papers. I love that guy on Raw. He's so fun. He's so
Josh is
passionate,
his
dude.
name.
Mr.
Yes.
Josh.
He's the man.
He loves paper. He loves the gum in the paper. He likes how it feels. He likes touching it. He likes
Nobody
licking
loves
it.
rolling papers more than Josh from Raw.
See, anyone who's doing anything, you got to have the same passion that he has, honestly, because he cares so much.
I forgot one very important
Oh,
ingredient.
is it the lighter that you've been trying to
No.
find?
No.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's the quickest I've seen you move in a long time. Holy shit.
It doesn't happen often, but
Sonic the Hedgehog over here.
You should join a race.
Have you been gaming a bit more these days since quarantine?
no.
You been watching a lot more movies?
No, I just watched been watching a lot of Shameless.
Oh yeah, you're on a Shameless kick. That's so cool.
I am almost done, but not quite there. So
Have you seen that show, Dave?
yeah,
It's pretty
watched the whole
good,
thing.
dude.
Yeah,
I
Dude,
started watching it last night.
So
for a little
good.
bit.
So
Yeah.
good. Andrew Santino's so good in it too.
my
It's an
favorite
awesome
one is
show.
the one where he like doesn't want to smoke after the dude.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
I was like, damn, he nailed it.
Dude, those are like tour thoughts. Like watching that show, it's just all these like that's a band thought. Like he's thinking like a band person. It's just so funny.
Yeah, it's a good. It's a good one.
What else goes on in the world? Are we done?
COVID? No, we're not done
Everything?
COVID.
Yeah.
No. In fact, it's worse now in Florida. You know what I think about Florida. I feel like Florida is like those parents that let all the other kids in high school drink at their house, and they're like, "You could drink at our house. You can have sex in the rooms. You could drink and drive afterward. Just come and hang out." And like they're just upstairs drinking too, and they're like, oh, "Remember when we were 16 and getting hammered at our parents' house?" And I'm like, "Man, that's great. That's so Florida."
I
you
think
know?
everybody just likes to pick on Florida, and there's a lot of people that are testing to be safe, and then they of course count that, and then there's a lot of. I'm not saying it's not present, and I'm not saying that we don't have the most, but
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean,
it seems a little.
People-
And then they fucked up the numbers too. There was supposed to be a decimal in between those numbers or some shit. I don't even watch the news anymore. I don't give a shit.
I haven't heard that.
I haven't heard that either.
I believe it.
Yeah, and see, how do you know? That's why I don't watch the news, because you either haven't heard it or you heard it and it's not true or whatever the fuck. But yeah, that happened. They announced some numbers for Florida, and there was supposed to be a decimal in it. It wasn't. Everybody flipped out. It was like and said,
Damn, that's interesting.
and then yeah, here we are, still
How would
not
you
out
have
of
a
the woods.
decimal though? How would you have like a
I don't
percentage
fucking
of a
know.
person?
Look, I don't make the news. Talk to CNN or whatever.
Yeah, I'll hit them up about this.
They'll be our next guests.
It had to
Damn.
do with the number of I'm not gonna try to explain like I knew what I'm talking about. Wear your fucking mask, people.
True.
Just wear it.
Basically,
you're in my
doctors are
camper.
prescribing masks to everyone across the nation. It's like how we should think of it, is my opinion.
You have a mask here, by the way.
Oh yeah,
I'd
I
like
left
you to
one, a
take
Star
it
Wars
home.
one, right?
Yes.
Star Wars. Germ Wars now.
That's why I haven't touched it, and I'm asking you nicely to bring it home.
Absolutely, I'll definitely do that.
I like what you've done with the place, Greg.
Thanks. I got my
You stained the
little touch.
wood.
I did.
You put in.
I didn't stain it. I torched the wood.
You torched the wood.
You've got a way with wood. I feel like you can. The wood speaks to you, and it's like when it's in your fingers, dude. It's like you're singing a song through it.
Greg has an unexpected talent for like a few
For
things.
interior decorating.
Interior decorating is one of them.
You can be on like a TLC show.
It's
or
like
a
that
home
and
improvement
bowling.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did.
you're a pretty good bowler, dude.
I found in my mom's apartment a patch from Pee Wee Bowling.
That's where it
That's-
Damn.
start 'em young.
Yeah.
You
So-
never mentioned that before.
I did when I whooped y'all in bowling.
Oh, did you?
I did. I said I was in a bowling league.
I learned that when I was 6.
Yeah. So there's that. I don't know where I think the interior design thing came from watching a lot of HGTV.
That makes sense.
Nice.
Yeah.
You got the eye.
Which I recently found out is like fake as fuck.
Yeah, that's absolutely
They
correct.
totally are duping you.
Yeah, they're selling
Those
everything you're
people
looking
are
at.
not buying those houses. That's all I'm saying.
Dude, everything's a lie. Isn't that a shame?
It's a lie.
You know what I've been thinking about?
What?
I feel like the treasure hunting industry in the last 300 years
Yeah?
has gone to shit, dude.
You don't think there's any more treasures?
I don't think there's any more treasure hunters, dude. Do you know any?
Dude, I know. Like, my dad is a metal. Would you consider metal detectorists?
No. I
But
consider,
they find shit, though, right?
That's
they
that's the
legit
industry
find shit.
now.
what I'm counting
Yeah?
is people who they go, when you say, what do you do for work? They say, I go out in the middle of the ocean with an anchor and I hoist up big boxes
and
of
I do
gold."
this.
Yeah.
I'm just like, ah!
Yeah, dude. What
So,
happened to all
like,
the
I
treasure
think the
hunters?
last one's James Cameron, dude. I think he's the only one getting in there.
What about the people who like mine for gold and like do all that?
That's a little different than
Digging.
treasure hunt. Are you thinking about, like,
That's the same shit.
Well,
You're
like-
digging for gold. You're just
I'm
not
talking
doing it
about
in water.
lost treasure.
yeah, like bags of coins?
Bags of
And shit.
coins with big money signs on
I
them.
still don't see how they differ.
Well, like, one of them is you're looking for ore. Another one, you're looking for, like, a hoard of treasure.
Right.
You
Like
know?
something you
Like,
read
almost,
about.
almost an artifact. Like, people would look for, like, sunken ships off of coastlines.
Mhm.
They can get down in there and find chests full of, I don't know, goodies,
Yeah.
scrum, whatever you think you need.
They've got it.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of scrum.
Bottle of scrum. Oh, great. Can I tell you a joke?
Why can't you tell Jackson a joke?
I already told Jackson this joke.
Oh, okay.
All right. So I get in a cab and the cab driver's like, "Can I tell you a riddle?" And I'm like, "Sure." And the riddle's like, and he's like, "Here's the riddle. Who is my father's father's son's son?" And I'm thinking, father's father's son's son. And before I could figure out the answer, the cab driver says, "It's me." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that does make sense. Father's father's son's son. You mind if I tell my wife this when I get home?" He's like, "No problem." I get home. I go to my wife. "Yo, I heard this awesome riddle. Can I tell you?" She's like, "Okay, tell me the riddle." I'm like, "Who is my father's father's son's son?" And she's like, "Father's father's son's son." And I tell her, I'm like, "It's the cab driver."
I do like that.
That's a goodie, right? The guy's a moron. He just done. Dude, I love jokes. I love jokes. I used to have like 5 on deck that could be like,
What happened to him?
oh, you kidding me? I'm in my room. I'm just looking in the mirror, not telling myself the same jokes. Nah.
Now he's a joke.
Now I'm a joke. Who am I? Dude, it was fun. I was about to say it was fun having the kidney stone because I was just like writhing in the bathtub listening to music, and I remember like focusing on the music to like dull the pain. And I'd be like, "Nice, oh fuck, oh that's good, oh."
What did you listen to while you were passing this thing?
Like I remember when Jackson because I needed some assistance from Jackson, and I was like being like, "In my phone, there's in my pocket, in my pants, there's a phone." I put on, and I'm like, in my head, I'm going through all these artists, and I'm like, fucking anything. He put on Ocean Alley, great band, Australian act, they're good. But yeah, I just focused on him and his low voice, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is good. This is good. But dude, once the painkillers kicked in, dude, I like stood up and I was like, oh, this is a good day.
Did you keep the kidney stone?
No, I couldn't find it, so I think it diluted
lost
in
it.
my bladder. Yeah, basically I lost it.
So all that for nothing?
See, I in my head I was like, I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna clean it and I'm gonna put it in like a vial around my neck and I'll be like, this is a symbol of the pain I endured in life. And I'll look at this kidney stone and be inspired and be like, I can handle this kidney stone. I think I can handle this next thing in my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sticks and stones, that's what they say.
Sticks and stones may break my bladder.
Dicks and stones.
Dude, I peed a whole lot of blood. Oh yeah. Went right through me.
That's what. So he knocks on my door like in the morning, and he's like, "Hey, can you take me to the hospital?" And I said, "All right."
And the whole night before, I was like, I need to let Jackson take me to the hospital, but I'll ask him in the morning. I don't want to wake him up.
That's sweet of you. But so we get going and we get in the car, and I'm like, "So what are your symptoms?" And he's like, "I'm pissing blood." It's like, "Oh, whoa." So
Mild
I'm
symptom.
glad we went.
Yeah. And I was rolling on the floor in the waiting room. Like everyone was sitting, chilling, wearing their masks, being cool. And I was on the floor next to the bathroom like this, like, like I couldn't move. And the doctor was great. The doctor was like, you're acting like you have a kidney stone. Because he was like, come sit down. And I sat down. I immediately stood up. I was like, oh man, dude, I feel something. So like, yeah, that was nice. And it was weird. I went through a moment during all that pain. Like I was like trying to distract myself. Everyone I talked to, I was like, have you ever passed a kidney stone? I asked like 6 people that.
You totally probably did.
I did. I asked the doctor if he did it. I asked the nurse assistant. And I asked the receptionist. Like whenever I came back out, I was like, I have a kidney stone to her.
And then he asked everybody when he went to go pick up his medicine at CVS.
Yeah, at CVS, I asked 3 people. I was like, have you ever passed a kidney stone? And they're like, no. And I asked this doctor, have you ever passed a kidney stone? He was like, no. And I'm like, I'm passing a kidney stone. I am.
Congratulations.
It hurts. It's funny. I was thinking about like the Charlie Brown Halloween special where the guy's like, I got a rock. Like I wanted to get it and be like, I got a rock. The kidney stone.
I feel bad that you don't have that trophy.
I feel bad too. I thought it'd be cool in a way. Because, I roughhouse as a kid, but, like, I never broke a bone. I never broke a bone. I never had to go to the hospital for anything, Like, I was never, like, that crazy. And then I finally go to a doctor for something, and it's a kidney stone. I kind of want to be like, I'm not perfect anymore. Look at me. Even I have flaws in my kidneys. If you look sharp enough. We all go through kidney issues sometimes.
I'm just waiting for mine. I'll
Do you-
let you know when
Do
it shows
you have
up.
it in your family? Because I have it in my family. Like if your dad
No.
had it, or if you had a brother or sister that had it.
No, I don't think so. If so, they weren't as vocal about it as you.
Dude, my dad was like, "Oh, I remember passing out from the pain," and I'm like, "Thanks." Then when I talked about this was before like it was passing. My dad's like, "Oh, I'd pass out from the pain." My mom would be like, "Some people say it's worse than childbirth," and I'm like,
It's weird though, because you said that it didn't really hurt that bad.
The thing is that I was tampering my numbers on purpose,
Yeah.
like the 1 to 10 pain scale they talk about.
Yeah.
I was tampering it because like I don't know, like I've never broken a bone, so like I don't think I have like a real grasp of like pain,
Maybe, but I feel like you would if
You flubbed
You would
your
know.
numbers
Well, like
at the doctor.
I didn't like flub like I said it was like a 4 at the most, but like I almost feel like 4 is kind of like it's hard for me to say like is 1 actually painful or is that just bothersome? Like is 1 an ache and then 2 is bothersome and then 3 is
well,
like
you got the frown. So if you're like this, that's 0.
the whole time I was like,
Yeah, so that looks like you're about a 3.
Like I feel like maybe it was a 5 because like it was like in Nick's car when he was driving me back, like I was moaning and I couldn't think. Like it was painful enough for a while, like I couldn't think straight, and
Mhm.
like I couldn't like hold on to things. Like you gave me that water to drink, and like it took me forever to drink it because I was just like I did like, and I vomited a bunch too, just because. Well, that's normal for me, so like
Yeah.
it's not even worth mentioning.
You know what hurt on a scale that I couldn't even imagine
What?
What?
is getting stung on the toe by a wasp.
Oh, I bet that sucks.
That
Shit
just happened to you.
fucking
And it's like
hurt.
a pulsing pain too, right? Where you're like, whoa, whoa,
It
whoa.
was I first like I felt it and I was like, oh man, an ant bit me, and I was like, that's not an ant, and it just was like intense. It was so fucking intense for like a long time.
So it stung you, right? You said. Did it like
Yeah.
leave its like fucker in you? Like
No,
was it
wasps don't do that.
so they just
So I
bite
googled. Yeah, they sting you, but it doesn't stay. They keep their stinger, so
Bastard.
they can do it again.
you? It's fucking
And I
days.
used to not. I was like, it's just a wasp. They're not fucking with you.
wasp.
Yeah, I let them form wherever they like to. On the outside of my fridge there, they like to
They like to hang out by
hang
your
out
fridge.
there. Yeah,
So you're
was
like
like,
a
yeah.
friend of wasp. This is kind of like a
I was like,
betrayal.
hey, they're not bothering me. Like that's cool, unless that might be the reason my wasp or my fridge doesn't work. But
It's full of wasps.
yeah,
That's
could
your
be.
theory?
You open your fridge, wasps again.
Yeah. No, they're not in there. It's like on the grate, like for the parts outside.
Yeah, that makes sense. When you were a young man, what music did you listen to while you made love?
Still 90s R&B.
Really?
Yeah, but it was the 90s.
So R&B, would you? I guess you'd say then. Back then it was called R&B.
Yes.
They were like 90s R&B. What an interesting thing.
Yeah, I guess it was probably like early 2000s, but those were the jams.
I usually I have like a reggae playlist, and I was hooking up with this new girl, and like I turned on the reggae playlist, and she like laughed. She was like, reggae, and I'm like, yo, yeah, what do you mean? Like, don't laugh. Like this shit, like, what? It's smooth. You want me to put on Little Boosie? Get the fuck out of here. I'm not trying to punch anyone. I'm trying to make love, not babies.
Who'd you put on?
Usually, dude, I do like the same fucking starter song,
Mhm.
Night and Day by Tribal Seeds. That's a
Yeah.
banger, right? You feel that?
Yeah, I could see that.
Dude, yeah, that shit's good. That shit's good. Then you hump in time, dude. It's good. Like you slap it with the snare. It's good.
Nice.
Or I do like like the guitar, so it's like and then for the timbale I go
That's how you do it, huh?
yeah.
Dude, you should start a class.
I like stick a finger in the button. She goes ba ba ba. I'm
I
like,
can't tell if any of this is real.
It's
Like,
pretty
it
accurate.
Totally could be.
It's weirdly accurate. Dude, I'm just myself in bed, so I'm a weird guy, so weird things happen.
I like how
Would
you
you-
shamelessly on your nightstand have a huge thing of lotion and tissues.
I have lotion, lube, and baby wipes.
Yeah.
I have those things too. They're just like spread around.
Yeah, it's
I got
basically
my
like
spots.
it's basically like we can do anal. It's an open discussion.
You have the equipment.
Yeah, I do. I do.
Is that you say it without saying? Is that like your way of subtly asking if that's cool?
Yeah, it's kind of like if you're hanging out with Batman, you see all of his equipment, where it's like, oh, you have batarangs and a bat grappling hook. Well, we can save that for another day, but I see what's going on. It's kind of like showing your
You
arsenal.
pull out like the mask and the sex swing and
Mm-hmm.
all that.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's why there's a bunch of holes in my ceiling. I keep on setting it up wrong. It's fucking up the spackle thing.
That's what the blankets are for. They're just covering up
Yeah,
the
all
spackle
the,
spots.
all the blankets are covering up sex holes that I fucked up.
I heard a lot of rustling around in there. I thought he was just eating sausage.
Dude, yeah. It was her sausage time. Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah, that's fun.
Well, what else we got?
We could talk about my sex life more. Just kidding.
No, I'm over that one.
We could end it.
Oh, say, can you see?
I think they got enough of that one on the live stream.
I think so too.
I was so proud of that. That was fun.
You did your best.
That's all anyone could ever ask of you.
Which, by the way, real quick, doing those live streams is so fun.
Yeah. It was really great just tapping into that like energy again.
Shout out to our friends at OPAV.
Yeah.
And WJRR.
Yeah, it was awesome having them there.
And
It was
dude,
so
the
fun.
Dippin' Dots was on point.
Yeah, it's cool.
That I don't know if you guys got some,
More.
but
Yeah,
I did.
more places need to just have a thing of Dippin' Dots there, just there to let you know. Kind of like my tissues and things and my oils. It's kind of
Yeah.
like
It's
just
like
some
a
Dippin'
subtle
Dots.
thing. Like you can we can Dippin' Dots if you
So
want.
it's like someone saying you can get this.
You can
You're like,
could
oh,
freeze your tongue and your taste buds off
mm.
if you eat them too fast and too soon.
You know, I've been
Like
told
I
I
did.
have sensitive teeth.
Really? So when
Yeah.
you drink
How
water,
does somebody else
Yeah.
yeah. How does somebody else know
tell
that?
you?
Well, because I'll drink
Oh,
water.
you have sensitive
like
teeth.
I'll be hanging. Like I remember when I was younger. Like I was with my sister. We were drinking like water, or like we were just drinking water. No, we were like having ice cream. I remember being like, I'm like, how do you just like fucking eat the ice cream so quick? Because like I can't just like eat hard ice cream. Like I'm like, fuck that. I'm gonna die. I have to go this.
Yeah. You eat like dog.
like a cow lick.
Yeah.
Mhm. I go. I do. I have a whole
I've
thing.
seen him eat it like walking like a zombie. Remember that?
Yeah, when
day
he
he
walked
did-
around the van.
walked around. He just paced around
Oh
the van.
yeah, dude.
But like your pace, your walk is so like your like back is straight and you're like your legs go like.
Well, that's you
I'm
can
told my head's
so-
level when I walk most of the time.
Yeah, is that what
your
it is?
postures is like really good, but
It's-
to a point that it's
It's
like,
awkward.
is that on purpose?
Yeah.
Is it
And
like
then
in the
you're
morning
doing that-
you see this? Like when I'm in the morning?
It depends on
No,
your mood.
it's definitely
It's
based on your
true.
mood. And then like you were having a day or something, and then you got yourself
4
ice cream to
days,
make yourself feel
baby.
better, and then you're like marching around the van just.
Yeah. It was the most. I've never seen
It was
somebody
so
eat
weird.
an ice cream cone so formally.
And then you like, but you like, and you kept like making laps. Like
Oh,
it was,
dude.
I was getting so uncomfortable.
I'm a big pacer, like huge pacer. I like it. Well, it's just yeah.
You like to set the tone.
I'm a tone-setting son of a gun.
you sure are.
You
Like a
said-
dog when it walks around before it goes to sleep.
Maybe not
or
a
when
dog.
when it finds its poop spot. That's what he was.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
what he
yeah. I was about to shake some shits out of my ass. I had to find the right spot. Dude, my brother, he had a dog that used to eat socks, and like the socks would fuck up his digestion system because
No,
it's a big
really?
piece of cotton, right? You know? And my brother, he told me one time that a sock was half out of his dog's ass. And he was like, the dog was trying to get back in the house. The dog was a boxer named Rowley. And my brother's like, don't come in here. And then my brother would chase the dog with the sock hanging out of his ass. And like the dog would think it was a game. So my brother was trying to like grab the sock so that he could shit. So like my brother finally dove and grabbed the sock, and like the dog went forward, and this huge trail of shit just like flung right behind him. Oh, dude.
Wow.
Dogs are fucking gross. Oh my god.
That should be something in the Olympics.
And you have like different categories like small dogs and large dogs.
Yeah, it'll be like mastiffs, Dalmatians,
Yeah.
wieners.
Well, all right, boys. Thanks for your time, fellas.
Yeah, thanks for checking in on us.
Yeah.
Cashed Out Secret Stash
The-
podcast.
The moral of today's podcast is drink fucking water.
Drink
And-
water, buy baby wipes.
And if you want to do anal, then just put a thing of lube out and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.